Rising Road. I got a question on the 980 and O'Hara intersection. You were talking about putting a flashing light up at that intersection, and the owner didn't want that because he didn't want the orange light flashing in his property. That was last month. You remember?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever look at the lighting system that's LED and solar powered? It's a sign. It's got lights on it, flashes, people can see it. I printed out some information. And
We like that idea of those flashing signs along the road approaching there. We weren't thrilled about paying for a flashing light that warns, just an overhead light like that. We know people will.
Right, I think something needs to be put.
If you heard our engineer said, we asked him to look into, that there might be a solution to spend money to fix that intersection rather than spend money to warn people about how bad it is.
Well, how long is that going to take?
Well, and you said next week we might have
We'll have the report back to the board and we'll decide how you want to.
that's some cost estimate we'll put to it. I'd rather spend $20,000 and fix that intersection than spend $175 on it.
Okay, because I drive it every day in this world, at that intersection. And then, Bill, is there any movement on the Sunset Reissing stormwater that we talked a couple months ago?
No. We're gonna wait for the turnpike to come through there and do what they've got to do.
Okay, so we're going to wait, what, 4 years?
No, actually, the turnpike's turnpike will be shoveled in the ground next spring.
Okay, so they're going to start working on Rising Road next spring?
17. Yeah, they'll start out there.
Okay, that's all I got.
They actually may be up on Morganza Road in Baker this coming fall. Some relocation work.
Thank you.
What about Cecil at Route 50?
I don't know.
It's a middle phase. And there were 5 different phases, 5 different sections, and they're letting them all separately at different times.
They're currently drilling GMIs up on Morgan Road right now, the intersection of Morgan Road, Baker, and Morganza. They're up there drilling right now. Where we have bridges and stuff.
So is there any plan for Cecil Hendersonville Road or Route 50?
No, I haven't seen anything.
There's a plan, they have the design done. It's flying over 50 between the farmer's market, right above the gardener storage area, down below Desmond Lumber.
I'm talking about Route 50, the 2-lane highway.
Oh, you know, Reissing, where...
No, I'm talking about Route 50, in front of the building.
Oh, you know what the turnpike?
Oh, no. What?
I haven't seen any
I
plans.
haven't seen it, usually they publicize it in the paper.
They just strapped up 4 lanes, so I would imagine you won't see anything for a little while. I'm not aware of a contract being left for either 50 or Cecil Henderson.
Those roads are pretty bad.
Especially before
They did come
that.
down past Cecil Henderson. They did come down past Cecil Henderson. They put an overlay down there.
Well,
I'm going to say probably last week before that. They just increased the dead load so they could increase the rotation. Get you to move quicker. That's the only thing they're doing. They're just patching. It's going to move good. Rising Road has got bad too. I've put them on notice. I keep tagging.
Someone else?
Are we doing the expense reports, or are they not back there anymore?
We get them.
I have not copied them because the last 2 months were 43 pages.
Well, I mean, I tell you the truth, I think they're pretty telling to the citizens to see where
I'm aware of that.
I mean, I'm not saying for you to do it. Why can't we put it, now that we got a new web design here at Cecil Township, why can't that be a PDF on a web design so we can download it before meetings and maybe just print it out ourselves? Don, did you hear me, or?
That's the board's discretion, Ed. I don't make that decision.
Apparently, we have a new what?
You have new software program,
We have
financial
new
software.
software. What did it cost us, by the way?
A little less than 30,000, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I thought, it was 30,000. But instead of being 14 to 18 pages long, it's 43 pages long.
What are you doing, Gary? different.
Can we just put it on the website so
I
we
do
can
this.
download it ourselves?
The problem that I had with the last month and this month is that there were probably 1/3 of the entries were blank. I mean, there was nothing, it was just there, and there was no amount of money that was spent. So it didn't need to be there. Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's zero entry, it shows activity in every account. So
So
if there's no
every
activity in the
single-
account, it still shows a zero balance.
Well, I mean, I understand, so why can't
And
we
then-
as citizens just have access to it, to print it out ourselves if we want to? That way you don't have to go through the expense.
I don't have a problem. I mean, I've done it for a couple of years to try to run it around. But then what happens if there is an expense?
You know what, listen, I can't hear you. I got one ear that don't work and one that, I know we got an expensive microphone. so-
If there is an expense on, the amount is shown 3 times, the whole thing just looks so confusing. It's confusing to me. So I didn't print it out for anyone else.
Well, we'll look at that and see if we can put that on, like, now, you're not gonna care whether it's 44 pages or 14, right?
I care less.
Right, good.
Oh, it makes everything very confusing.
Let's task it for next month, and see what the options are for next month.
I've talked to Don about it, and he said that he thinks or hopes that within the week, what was he called, Don?
But the software designer could make a more simplistic report that would
Yeah.
redact zero entry items, just to cut the pages down.
I mean, but what are you saying is too complicated? Are you saying it's too complicated, or it's not like we had?
No, it's very similar, it's just there's some redundancies.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, that's fine, I care less about paper.
They just like to show you the balance.
Exactly.
It bears more than once, that's all.
Yep, that's fine.
It's a little different than the QuickBooks.
So we can't do that then?
We're gonna work on it. Hopefully we'll have an answer.
The answer's next week, Monday.
Okay.
All right, anything else up here? All right, then, no further business, this meeting is declared
Just
adjourned.
one thing,
Thank you very much.
don't forget your chance to win $3,000 at the Cash Bash. I have tickets here for use, slow down, Cash Bash.
Us,